Detailed study over the past 2 or 3 decades is showing that the complex forms of natural systems are essential to their functioning. The attempt to straighten rivers and give them regular cross sections is perhaps the most disastrous example of this form and function relationship. The natural river has a very irregular form. It curves a lot, spills across floodplains, and leaks into wetlands, giving it an ever changing and incredibly complex shoreline. This allows the river to accommodate variations in water level and speed. Pushing the river into tidy geometry destroys functional capacity and results in disasters like the Mississippi floods of 1927 and 1993, and more recently, the unnatural disaster of Hurricane Katrina. A $50 billion plan to let the river loose in Louisiana recognizes that the controlled Mississippi is washing away 24 square miles of the state annually. One of the big questions faced this past year was how to keep innovation rolling when people were working entirely virtually. But experts say that digital work didn't have a negative effect on innovation and creativity. Working within limits pushes us to solve problems. Overall, virtual meeting platforms put more constraints on communication and collaboration than face-to-face settings. For instance, with the press of a button, virtual meeting hosts can control the size of breakout groups and enforce time constraints. Only one person can speak at a time. Nonverbal signals, particularly those below the shoulders, are diminished. Seating arrangements are assigned by the platform, not by individuals, and visual access to others may be limited by the size of each participant's screen. Such restrictions are likely to stretch participants beyond their usual ways of thinking, boosting creativity. The law of demand is that the demand for goods and services increases as prices fall, and the demand falls as prices increase. Given goods are special types of products for which the traditional law of demand does not apply. Instead of switching to cheaper replacements, consumers demand more of given goods when the price increases and less of them when the price decreases. Taking an example, rice in China is a given good because people tend to purchase less of it when the price falls. The reason for this is when the price of rice falls, people have more money to spend on other types of products such as meat and dairy, and therefore change their spending pattern. On the other hand, as rice prices increase, people consume more rice.